Welcome back. We're now talking books. Magnetize, Stop the Chase, Understand the Change, Take Control of Your Future is the new book from trained specialist, business strategist, keynote speaker and author John Sanei. This is a follow-up to his best-selling debut offering titled What's Your Moonshot? And in Magnetize, he aims to help the reader uncover their psychology and understand the concept of chasing and how to cease from doing it. Well, to discuss this further, the author John joins us in studio this morning. John, welcome. It's great to have you on the show.
Thank you so much, Pearl. Great to be here.
Before we get into the cracks of the book, let's quickly talk about your more than 2 decades worth of experience in business.
Well, I started off as an entrepreneur from a very young age. And it's because I think I have issues with anybody telling me what to do. And I think that's the best way to become an entrepreneur, because you just want to do it yourself. And through that process, I made a lot of money and I lost a lot of money. And in that process of learning the depth of pain of losing that sort of wealth that you had created, and building up the psychology again to want to become a winner rather than becoming a victim of that sort of circumstance, has put me into good stead now to start helping other people not follow the same path I did.
Oh, that's incredible to be able to lose something and regain it again and just be a better version of yourself through that.
Well, I think the hero's journey is happening to all of us. And some of us lose relationships, others become sick and have to get better. I lost a bank account, which I had perceived my personality to be attached to. As I imagine a lot of boys, should I say men or boys, do. We attach ourselves to our cars, our bank accounts, and those sort of things. And when that gets taken away, you get asked the real question of who are you and what are you doing here and how are you going to make it up again?
You open the book with a very powerful first chapter where you sort of dissect the concepts of dark and light. Talk us through that.
So I start off with a line, are you running away from the darkness or are you running towards the light? And from the outside, it looks exactly the same. We are driven, we've got goals, we're trying to build a business or climb a corporate ladder. But one of them is fueled by anxiousness and the other one is fueled by excitement. And most of society is somehow caught in a default button of being anxious all the time. If you're not stressing, if you're not always running out of time, if you're not always got a million balls to juggle, you're not perceived to be successful. And somehow we've gotten caught up in society that says that ambition is actually this constant chase. And I believe it's not.
And why do human beings sort of have that? Is it something that is innate in human beings, or is it something that's created by external pressures such as society?
Both, but I think our brains, we must remember that our brains are not designed to make us happy. They're designed to keep us safe. And so this constant need to be safe triggers our reptilian brain, and we're constantly looking for ways that we can keep ourselves safe. But as we evolve, what we have to do is retrain our brains. We have to redevelop the pathways in our brains to not look for danger, but look for opportunity. And this becomes the master skill that we need to start actually developing as human beings as we start moving into this future that's so very different to where we're coming from.
And so practically, how do we hone in? How do we magnetize, these ambitions and these goals without putting on all this pressure on ourselves?
Well, you see, you understand that pressure, just the idea of putting pressure on yourself makes you less creative, less innovative, less energized. And so what you want to do is first and foremost become aware, are you running away from the darkness or are you running towards the light? And I can tell you that at 40 years old is the first time I woke up to the fact that I'd been running away from the darkness my whole life. I didn't even notice that I was. And because society's made it normal, everybody seems to be continuously running away. First is becoming hyper aware. Am I fueled by anxiousness or am I fueled by excitement? And then start developing a new methodology of how you live your life. Is it, am I looking for things that make me excited all the time so I can follow that golden thread? Or am I always looking for danger and trying to get away from the fact that danger is going to harm me? And the best way to look at this is somebody who's in fight or flight never has enough time. And the question is, do you have enough time during the day? And when you say no, that means you're in a fight or flight situation. And people that are living lives that are building excitement and building towards something never run out of time.
Sure, that is so interesting and so true. What are some of the other themes that you talk about in your latest book?
So in order for us to prepare for this future that we're going towards, what we need to be doing is unlearning where we're coming from. And there's a great line in the book, and it's not my line, it's a line from a guy called Dr. Joe Dispenza, and he says this, he says, are you living a life based on a set of memories from your past, or are you living a life based on the vision of your future? And so what happens is that a lot of us don't have the courage to take new, bold, courageous, audacious steps into the future. And it's because we're dragging our past with us. And we don't even realize we are, because we're justifying who we are based on our memories. And our memories are not always truth. Our memories are subjective. So what I like to do in the book is combine the psychology of who do we think we are? Where do we come from? Are we focused on where we're going or where we come from more? And then how do we build more courage and clarity to take bigger, bolder steps? And so I break down the future in a way that hopefully is palatable for people to understand and excites them, doesn't make them fearful. And this is another thing, is that organizations all around the world made up of human beings are mostly fearful of the future. And the reason they're fearful of the future is because they haven't done enough research about it. They haven't got enough clarity about it. And as human beings, the first thing we do when we don't understand something is become pessimistic about it, because it's a defense mechanism. Oh, that's never going to happen. Oh, that's never going to come here. Oh, South Africa is so far behind. Whatever, you can name a million things. But pessimism becomes this defense mechanism, and you know how much courage pessimism takes? Zero.
Sure.
Optimism takes all the courage.
John, powerful stuff. I'm looking forward to just reading the rest of this book as I already started. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And all the best. Great having you. Helping us to figure out how to move towards the light by understanding what it means to magnetize is contained in John Sanei's latest offering titled Magnetize. Stop the chase, understand the change, take control of your future. You can also join us live in studio for our Sunday book review feature as we talk to some of, you can talk to us rather about just some of your favorite books. All you have to do is send us an email, drop us an Instagram post, or tweet us a picture of your favorite book and a relevant caption of your pick of the week, a must read for 2018, your current read, and the one you were hoping was going to be great but perhaps turned out to be rather disappointing. We are at Morning Live SABC on Twitter and on Facebook, and of course you can drop us an email, that's morninglive@sabc.co.za. Time for us to take a quick break.